Welcome back to another Real Steel Cars video, and these days have got to be the best days to be a gearhead. Cars are faster, they're more powerful, and handle better than ever. Now, these are probably the most potent cars to ever hit the streets or the tracks, and one of the leading names in automotive has got to be Shelby American. Now, with the GT500 coming out, maybe you want something a little more exclusive. Now, I know your GT500 is going to be a rare car, it's going to be limited production, but what if you want to take that a step farther and go with the Shelby Super Snake? The Shelby Super Snake is even more rare than the GT500. They only make 500 of these cars per year. Now, this coming year, they have added a bold edition. Now, what the bold edition is 3 different bold paint schemes in either Twister Orange and black stripes, green lime with black stripes, or shadow black with green stripes. Now, there's only going to be 10 of each of these colors available, so there's a grand total of 30 bold editions. But if you can't get a bold edition, that does not mean you can't get a Super Snake. Now, the Super Snake itself comes in 2 different variations, one being 710 horsepower, the other being 825 horsepower. Now, the big difference between the GT500 and the Super Snake is the Super Snake is actually built by Shelby American. So what would happen is you have a Mustang GT Premium, you would send it to Shelby American, tell them you want the Super Snake package, and they transform your Mustang GT into this massive Super Snake. Now, the great thing about this is, unlike the GT500, which only comes in the dual clutch, you can get this in a 6-speed manual or the 10-speed auto. So that is really good to have that option of a manual transmission. So many have expressed their desires to have a manual transmission in their Shelby, and this is your opportunity to do so. Now, with the Super Snake, you're not just going to get a supercharger slapped on top of your GT and a bunch of decals. You're going to get the works. So I'm going to run down real quick a list of everything Shelby's going to do to that car to transform it into a Super Snake. Now, for the 710 horsepower package, you are going to get a Ford Performance supercharger, Shelby's Extreme Cooling aluminum radiator, and heat exchanger. You're going to get performance half shafts, transmission cooling if you opt for the 10-speed auto, and a short throw shifter if you opt for the manual. Along with the manual, you will also get a 1-piece drive shaft. You'll also get 4 performance wheel studs, track handling package, and a performance exhaust. As far as wheels are concerned, you're going to get 20-inch forged aluminum wheels in black or bright silver, Shelby Performance Spec brake system by Brembo, which will give you 6 pistons up front and 4 in the rear. You'll also get a Shelby exclusive brake and bearing duct cooling system to help cool those brakes down. Now, if 710 horsepower is not enough, you can opt for the 800 plus horsepower package, which will give you a polished Whipple charger. Other options you can go for are the painted stripes, matching body cover, Shelby's wide body kit, which is always cool, a Shelby by Penske track suspension, and a rear seat delete with a harness bar. Now, that Penske suspension system I just spoke of is going to give you a couple things. You're going to get very specific Shelby springs, front and rear stabilizer bars, performance half shafts, and an option for casting camber plates, which Shelby says is going to increase your stability and your cornering ability, as well as giving you a much more predictable suspension feel and steering. With the 825 horsepower package, you will do 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. As far as the interior is concerned, you're going to get your typical Shelby treatment with embroidered seats, a triple gauge pod up on the dash, which is going to display your oil pressure, fuel pressure, and a boost gauge, as well as some embroidered floor mats and door sill plates. As I said back in the beginning of the video, this is a good time to be a gearhead. So how much is all this going to cost? Well, if you already have a Mustang GT Premium, you can send it over to Shelby American, and the starting price for the 710 horsepower package is about $71,000 and change. Obviously, the more you add on to it, the bigger the price tag is going to be. But if you don't have a Mustang GT, just call them up. They'll have a donor vehicle for you, and you're looking at probably about $123,000. Now, I know that sounds expensive, but for a Shelby Super Snake, where they only make 500 a year, the rarity, the exclusivity, and well, let's just face it, the markups on the new GT500 isn't going to be too far off. So that being said, the Super Snake isn't sounding that bad after all. I'm telling you, this car gives me the giggles just reading about it. So if you're a Shelby fan or just a fan of major performance in general, this might be up your alley. Make sure you drop a like on this video if you like the GT500 or you already have a GT500. Ooh, I want to know that one. Drop your comment down below if you've got a GT500, or maybe you've driven in one and it's really made you just want one that much more. I know I want one really bad. I'm hoping to get one in the future. We'll have to see what happens. But anyway, drop your comments down below. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you next time.